Hello, welcome to the Connect 0007 experience. Here, we come to the podcast where human connection is everything. If you're trying to connect better with those around you, you're in the right spot. So please, sit back, relax, open your mind, and enjoy the experience. Hello there, Connect 0007 tribe. I am your host of this amazing podcast, Thaddeus Sims, and today's episode is going to be our 61st episode titled Receiving. Now, before going into the episode, you all know by now I have to share my announcement and a fun fact. So the announcement is that I actually made a new Facebook group page. So all of the listeners of the podcast, I'm noticing that a lot of us are everywhere. I'm seeing Iran, Egypt now, Europe, Canada. There's a lot of places. And I was just like, let us build a community just for all of us who listen to the podcast, just to come and connect, because all of us have different backgrounds and we know a lot of different things. So it'll be cool for us just to all just come together. I get to talk with you all more than just on here. We'd actually be able to just interact, and not only just me, but other people who are just like-minded, who enjoy connecting with other people and would love to connect with different types of people, especially all around the world, since that is what's happening right now. So the name of the group is K307 all together, tribe. So it's on Facebook at the moment. So you just go on Facebook, type in K0007 tribe, and you should see it. And just add it on there, and then I'll be able to approve it and whatnot. So this is a start, guys. This is a start. So check that out. I would love for you all to join the page, and I would be able to connect more. I do plan to do videos, maybe topics, discussions, just things for us to connect, and you can all bring your parts to the community as well. It's just a really good opportunity for just everybody to really just come together and connect more. So you're going to be hearing lots of announcements on this whole community thing. So by all means, let's hop on that. Now for the fun fact. So tennis players are not allowed to swear when they are playing in Wimbledon. Now, for some of you, I know you're like, what? What was that word? Wimbledon? I am not a sports person, so I don't know what Wimbledon is. And I was like, you know what? I'm sure there's other people who are not sports people and probably don't even know what Wimbledon is. And I'm probably saying it weird. So I did a little extra, because there's more to the fun fact, but I did a little extra. So Wimbledon is a suburb of London and the headquarters of the club where annual international tennis championships are played on grass courts. That's what it said on Google. Don't attack me, attack Google if I'm wrong. But, so going further into the fun fact, because of this, line judges have to learn curse words in every language so they know when the player has violated the rules. Number one, wow. That is interesting that you have to learn all the cuss words. That is a wow right there. Number two, oh my gosh, I have a range of ways to cuss out a person. That's just me. Because, see, cuss words to me are like sentence enhancers. So if I want to say, gosh, I'm really trying to say something here. Okay, I cuss myself out all the time, but it's enhancement. So I will call myself, wow, I really feel like I should censor myself, but no, I'm not. So I sometimes I talk to myself and I'm just like, you know what, bitch, you need to really get your shit together. And it's just it's not mean. It's just, it enhances the sentence and it's serious. I could say that you need to get your stuff together, and that just sounds too low for me. But if I use the B word, it gives it power. It gives it a pop, and I'm just like, yes, this works. But yes, that's the fun fact. I know I just went on a tangent there, but you always get the point. You all cuss too, so we're in this together. So Receiving. I have been talking lately about wealth consciousness, giving, the law of cause and effect, all types of different things. But I want to tap in specifically to receiving, because a lot of us, we can give, and for some people, giving and receiving can be very easy. But for those of you who may have been like me, receiving may be hard. And because of that, you currently may have issues receiving the things you may have been asking for, praying for, all types of different things. You may be the person who's giving, but you're not really receiving too much. And it's probably very frustrating to you. And you're probably wondering what's going on here, right? And this is going to tie into people, because this is a big thing. So let's get into this. So receiving. The first thing for you to receive is you're doing the giving. Giving is great. Keep doing that. Don't stop that. The receiving part may be, for you, it may be internally, like your thoughts are probably stopping you from receiving. So let me give you an example. One of the issues with me receiving was that I was so used to giving that when I received, I was just like, no, because I thought that there was a program in my mind that if a person is giving me something, then I will think that they think I am either like poor, or I don't have my stuff together, or any type of thing like that. I just thought that they would think that about me. And I was like, no, we're not going to have that. I can give you, but receiving, no, right? So that was an error in thinking and programming. Another thing was I was uncomfortable, very uncomfortable with receiving. And so I had to really look into that. Like, why was I uncomfortable? Because I was so used to just giving, and not understanding that another error was that for me to I need to receive to keep, to bless other people, right? And here's what I mean by that. If I'm giving, and a person is willing to, let's just say, hey, Thaddeus, let me give you $10,000 because I want your podcast to just grow and reach more people, right? If I was just like, oh, no, $10,000, no, I can't really do that. I feel uncomfortable. But if I was to stay that way, that would mess up the opportunity to be able to help other people who I would have not been able to reach if it wasn't for the help of this individual. So that's just an example. What I mean specifically is just that when you stop yourself from receiving, you're affecting the other people that you could possibly help and yourself, right? So I had to really look at what was my main programmings when it came into the receiving aspect. So that is the first step for you. Really look at what is your thinking in terms of receiving, right? So once you go through all of that, you really look, you go deep, you go hard, you meditate, you drink some water, talk to a friend, whatnot. You figure that out. You'll see some things, you fix it. Now, what I mean by fixing it is simple. When I found out that that was my thinking of the receiving, or I thought that the other person would think that I was poor or something of the matter, I had to tell myself, okay, well, that's not the case, because I know I'm not that, and I can't control what other people are thinking. And also, I need to complete the circle. If I'm giving, then I'm also allowing myself to receive. And also, not only that, but I'm also allowing that other person to give so that person can receive their blessing. And it just helps. It's receiving all around. So I had to reprogram myself, tell myself different things. That's the same thing that you do for yourself. So depending on whatever the problem is in your thoughts, you work with that. Another thing with receiving is being detached. You have to learn to be very detached. And what I mean by that is a lot of us will give, right? We'll put money in, we'll give a compliment, give our time, but we have to be very detached with how we will receive, where it will come from. Detachment allows you to welcome the unlimitedness and the infinite ways and possibilities for things to come to you, right? So if you are very determined, or you visualize that, okay, I need it to happen this way or that way, I need to receive it this way and that way, you're limiting yourself dramatically, right? And when it comes to receiving, you want to be very open. To be open, you have to be very detached on the outcomes, right? So here's an example. I was like, if you want to give money, if you want to receive more money, you give more money. That's the tip right there, right? You give. So I decided, let me give more. I gave, and I was just like, okay, by law, by cause and effect, I'm going to receive. Know that, right? And I let it happen. And next thing you know, I think I gave that day. And I'm noticing things are happening faster, but that's a side note. I gave that day, and later on that night, I was attacked, not physically, but by a family. And they were like, there's like, wait, why everybody else has t-shirts, but I don't have a t-shirt? And it was like, wait. And then I got attacked by another family member who says, yeah, I've been saying I wanted a t-shirt too. And I got attacked by other family members. It's like, well, that's just bad business. People asking for these shirts and you ain't delivering. I'm like, whoa, wait, hold on. Y'all telling me I want these shirts, but y'all ain't telling me specifics. So let's sit down and we're going to go on the website and we're going to see which ones you want. And then I will put the order in for you to receive them, right? So I gave that day, and the way I was able to receive, I literally did not expect that. Things just came to happen. The family members came over for putting up the fan or something like that. And that happened. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders of shirts right there. And it was just because I just gave some money to someone because I wanted to. And again, by law, I was going to receive it. I did not say that, I'm going to receive it from this person, or I'm going to receive it from this. I was just very detached. When you just get very detached, things just happen around you for you to receive it, right? Detachment is your best friend. If you really just focus in on being very detached, I'm telling you, it just opens up the door for more things to come in, for more people to come into your life, opportunities, right? So we're going to go into the next thing when it comes to receiving. And that is really going back to just giving. Just give more. Really just give more. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Give a compliment. Give 10% of your money. This is one thing I do want to talk on too, because I know I say there's other different areas, but for the money part, I know money can be very touchy for people. And I would like to say, when you give money, you don't have to have the mindset, well, I don't have enough to give, because you're thinking in the terms of lack. You want to think in the terms of abundance, right? And you can be abundant with $5 to your name. So what do I mean by that? Is if you have $5, just give $1 away to someone. Just give it and expect that the universe is going to give it back to you, and then some and more. Like it's okay to give that $1 to someone, and so you don't violate that law. Don't expect that you're going to get it back from that individual. You just give it to them. Expect that the universe is going to give it back to you in whatever way it's going to happen. And literally, what helps is be very you in this process of expecting, right? Because when I first learned this, I was saying, okay, well, I expect it's going to happen. I was very like a kid with it, right? Like I was a little nervous. But then I had to really tap into me, the confidence, that personality, that who I really am. And I was just like, bitch, I am going to get this back. God damn it. The universe, I demand the universe to give this back to me. It's going to happen. God damn it. Yes. And then I just was like, why am I being like a kid with this? God damn it. I gave. I know it's going to come back. I demand it's going to come back. Universe, you going to give it to me. You going to give me this back. And then some, right? And I was just like, that's who I am. Just funny, laughing, just whatever. Be yourself. Like when you do that, you're putting your energy into it. You're putting more energy into the receiving, and you're going to get it faster. Tip there, right? Now, how does this go with people? Because Thaddeus, we're loving the wealth stuff, but people, how are we bringing this back to people? Well, you're surrounded by people, and everything that you're pretty much doing, there's a person either involved and whatnot, or the person is a messenger, this, that, and the other. So when you are receiving, be open, be detached, give to the people and whatnot, because any person could come up and give you a piece of advice, and you just receive that. A person or someone can post a status, right? Or something that happens to me, I will literally just go on YouTube, and I was thinking, like, let me go on YouTube and watch a video on, I don't know, watch some type of dance video. I love dance videos. The next thing you know, boom, a video that I never seen that Steve Harvey just posted up 4 hours ago was talking about receiving. That's another thing I want to talk about when it comes to receiving. Type in Steve Harvey. Whenever, if you're not driving and you have time after this, type in or pause it. Type in Steve Harvey on YouTube, receiving. What he said was very powerful, and that helped me out. And basically, in his 5-minute video, which I highly recommend you watch, he basically was saying make room to receive, right? And I want to talk about that because a lot of us, we're giving and we are doing these things, right? So you may already be ahead of the game, but what may be hindering you is not making room to receive what it is. So one of the things that helped me was when I speak or I know I'm going to receive things, I make sure to ask myself, like, after I do it, am I in a position to receive it? Am I open enough to receive it? Is there anything physically that I need to do to receive it? Because when you do that, that means you automatically know it's coming. You just want to make sure you're prepared. So, for example, if a lot of us, we're giving and giving and giving, and let's just talk about money again, because I know that's a touchy subject, so I want to keep on that. Let's just say we're giving, giving, and giving. There's 2 ways you can look at this. If people are trying to pay you and it's difficult, you ain't finna get it. But for some of you who you may say, man, my accounts are low. Don't look at it as that is low. Look at it as that your accounts right now are open to receiving more income, right? Because then you start to put yourself in a mindset of how to receive more. Another simple thing of putting yourself in a position to receive is if there is something that you are, let's just say you're giving time, right? You're giving your time to people. And that's the thing that you want to receive back. Like, okay, I want to receive more time back from this person, that person. Okay. Ask yourself, what time slots are you most available? Okay, I'm usually busy in the morning time. That's not going to work. Afternoon times, I have about 20 minutes there. And then after work, I'm kind of tired a little bit, but I do know I have a sweet spot that's about 45 minutes before I start to retire. So, okay, now we have 65 minutes, so an hour and a half. So that's 45 minutes plus those 20 minutes. So that's an hour. I'm bad. I'm working on this math thing. So I'm just going to say for the 65 minutes, which I think translates to an hour and 5 minutes, right? Don't laugh at me. So now okay, I have in total an hour and 5 minutes to receive whatever, to like extra time with this individual. So you start looking for those things. You start planning that. You start leaving it open, right? So that's what I mean by prepare yourself. Or if okay, you want more time, maybe there's something that you may need to stop doing or leave alone that you've been needing to leave alone. And now it's like, okay, I really would like more time. What is it that I can do to get rid of to have more time, right? So put yourself in a position to receive these things. And again, it just goes back with just be detached, be open, allow it to come. A good thing as well that helps you to receive faster. And when I first heard this, I was kind of like, until I experienced it. But when you to help you receive faster, what'll definitely help is putting a lot of energy into it. And how to do that is by expectation and intention. There's other things too. I already told you detached and gratitude. gratitude is a big thing, but gratitude is the last thing, but I'm gonna get on that. So when you intend for something, let's just say you intend to receive, we're gonna go back to the money thing. You gave, you intend, when you give, you intend like, okay, I intend that this is definitely going to happen, right? Or just confidence, really just having confidence if you want to, translate all of that. But confidence, like I have confidence. I am intending that I know when I give, I am confident that I'm definitely going to receive, however, but whatever it is. Another thing is, I meant to say certainty. Sorry, guys. Certainty, if I did not say that. Certainty definitely is a big thing. Having major certainty, knowing that it's going to happen. And gratitude. Gratitude is huge. Gratitude pretty much is telling yourself, I am grateful for it, for whatever, the money that's to come. I'm grateful. That means you already accept that it's coming. You already know that it's coming. You're confident. And when you have that energy of it, you start to receive faster, guys. Just keep that up. It works. Now, how to build that power up, what I've realized recently is in the beginning, it may seem a little new. Right? Like, okay, you feel you could put more power into it, but it's new, right? Like, I haven't done this before. This is where you go and you have to borrow confidence from yourself in different areas, right? So what I did, what helped me was when I first started this, I was like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm certain, I'm confident, I'm grateful. But then I had to borrow that from myself, from different areas. So I was like, okay, what is it that I am very certain of? And one of those things is like, okay, I'm very certain. I know if you put me in front of a person, I can connect with that person. So I had to borrow that energy from there. Like, okay, so I'm very certain. Like, I put this in, let me tap into that part of myself. And then I was starting to build up the certainty, the confidence with it. And then like intention, right? And I was like, okay, what about me when I'm really like, I really have this intention for something? What is it? And one of my things is like, when I know it's going to help someone, that's like, I like, that's my intention. It's going to help someone. I know it's like at an all time high. So I had to tap into that. I was like, okay, yeah. Okay. I know that with this, I can help more people when I receive this amount of money. I can help more people. So yeah, this works. I'm very certain. And then the gratitude, I was like, okay, I'm grateful. But then I had to think, okay, what other things am I grateful for? Like, what is it that's really big? And one of the things is like the people in my life, or you all who listen to the podcast, or just how my life has been, the experiences. And then I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I can bring that into this. And then as I started to do that, I started to build myself up with this, whole new thing of receiving. And it just started to click. And then that's when you get into that level when you start to feel yourself. You're like, okay, yeah. And it's okay to do that. Like, it's really okay to feel yourself. This is an avenue to feel yourself in. Like, do it. And what I mean by feeling yourself, if you're the cusser, if you're the type, like, yeah, I got this. Like, I'm that person. Or as, what is it? I have a friend of mine, when she's really feeling herself, she was like, yeah, I'm that bad. Well, no, she changed it up recently. She was like, I'm that queen. I'm that empress. That's what she says, And I have my friend, I'm trying to give y'all some different types of people who feel themselves. And there's another one. He says, I'm the best. Like, this was already done. And I know for me, when I'm really feeling myself, I know I'm just like, this was expected. Like, I didn't even have to put that much energy into it. This was expected. What do you mean? Like, simple. You got to feel yourself. And that puts more energy into it, into the receiving. And then the last thing with receiving is being in your state of being. And what I mean by that is not sometimes, it's all the time. You really have to figure out what your state of being is. Like, are you always shifting? Like, are you a person who's always thinking like poverty? Are you a person who's always, frantic? Like, get into a state of being. Like, what I mean by that is just a different state. So a peaceful state, right? Be in a state of peace. So in this particular case, be in a state of abundance, be in a state of wealth, knowing that, okay, I'm receiving it. It's going to come in many different ways. And then just start to think more abundant thought. And if you don't know how to do that, there's books. Like I've been saying for the longest, again, I don't get paid for this, but this book called A Happy Pocket Full of Money, boom, that's everything right there for you. So with that being said, let me make sure my intuition's not telling me to add anything. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. So that being said, that is that for this segment of the podcast. We're going to move to the health is wealth. So you're getting the theme here, guys. Wealth. It's not just the money. It's your health as well. You know, we'll get into some spiritual stuff too. Well, this is technically, we're going to get into that. We got this. So let's talk about it. The health is wealth. This isn't going to be a food, but I really felt like my intuition screamed at me when I was writing this. My intuition was like, yeah, this is what we're going to talk about, water. And I'm like, what? I was thinking along a vegetable or fruit. It was like, no, water. So apparently, I guess y'all who listen to the podcast, y'all not drinking enough water. And I don't know what else to tell you. So here we are. Water. It is so good for you, right? But we hear that. But do we really know that, though? Do you really know that? So since you don't, I'm going to tell you. Here are some benefits about water. It lubricates the joints, right? It forms saliva and mucus. This is good. You want moisture in the mouth, you know? You want moisture in some other places. It boosts skin health and beauty. If your skin looking rougher than alligators out here, then you may need some more water. You know what I mean? If it's looking like dried up clay that's been out in the desert or sun, wherever clay is at, then you may need some more water, right? It cushions the brain, spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. Cushion, guys. Cushion. Do you know how good cushion is? Good cushion. Especially for that spinal cord. Because some of y'all be having back issues and y'all be doing the most. Water gonna help you with that, right? It regulates body temperature. That is important. Helps you out. It flushes body waste. Some of y'all been backed up since that food that y'all had 3 weeks ago because y'all ain't drinking enough water. So that food that you had 3 weeks ago is just sitting in there. It's just sitting in them intestines, just rotting away. And it sounds nasty, but this is because you ain't drinking no water. When you drink water, you flush it out. Baby, just drink it. Drink it. It's gonna get that nasty out of you, because sometimes that's what's wrong with half of y'all. Y'all be going through things and it's because you're not drinking water to flush it out. I'm just saying. So next thing, it helps maintain blood pressure. Some of y'all blood pressure be going high. Y'all be dealing with people, things, creatures, environments. Drink some water. It's going to help that blood pressure, because there are individuals who, because I drink water, I don't let them get my blood pressure high. So there's that. The airways need it, to breathe. They need that. It makes minerals and nutrients accessible. Prevents kidney damage. I'm not. Just we're going to leave it at that. It prevents kidney damage, because some of y'all. Okay. It boosts performance during exercise, right? Like, guys, you love to run. You love to move. And if y'all are like, I don't like to do any of those, you love sex. If you can do different type of exercises and moves in sex, water helps with that. So there you go. Boom. So now you can say, you know what? I want to get better in my sex game. Let me drink some more water. Boom. You heard it here. Weight loss. So it aids in that. I remember before I used to be 286, and I think I started drinking more water. I let go of the soda, the crazy juices, and at the time I would have water with lemon. At the time, in the beginning, I was like, ugh, this is nasty. People just drink this like for regular. They're weird. But after a while, homeboy was dropping that weight. I was like, oh wow, this is actually doing things. Might want to stick with it. And lastly, it reduces the chance of a hangover. I don't drink, but for y'all who do, and y'all get messed up, y'all trying to have y'all hot girl summer or hot boy summer, whatever they doing nowadays, drink, water helps you with that. It helps. So if you didn't learn anything, water is great. And let me actually, you know what? Let me help you with this. How can you use water in your daily life? Well, you may ask, you can put it in your smoothie. You can just drink it raw. It does not have to be cooked. You can just, swallow it as is. Preferably, room temperature. It doesn't do too much, work on the body. That helps. If you want to do cold and you want to be, bold, do that. If you want to do it hot, do that. You can also eat your water. A lot of people didn't know that, but there's fruits full of water. There's plants. When you eat your water, you're getting it. So you may not like to drink it too much, but you may love to slice open a peach and slurp that thing dry, or eat it dry. Sorry, we went there, but water, eating your water, cucumbers. Some of y'all are doing a lot with cucumbers besides eating it. Eat it. Hydrate you. Let me stop because I'm attacking so many people here and y'all didn't ask for that. But this is what we're going to do. This is what we did. Sorry. Y'all seen a different side there. But with that being said, guys, that is it for this podcast episode. And you guys are fantastic. You are amazing. And I look forward to speaking with you all. Actually, if you go onto this group, we would be talking much more. So just saying, hop on that, become a part of the tribe. You already are because you listen to the podcast. But hey, hop on there and we'll be seeing more. We get to interact. And with that being said, I will you will hear more from the podcast part Friday. So with that being said, guys, you are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. And I greatly appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Later. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Please leave a 5-star rating and share with a friend near you. Remember, the world's a better place because you exist. Know your worth and know thyself.